Hi, everyone. I'm Nicola Canzano, and I really want to thank Elisa Wicks and Parashas Baroque for programming my violin sonata, which I'm going to say a few words about. Um, so, what is this piece and why did I write it? Why does anyone write anything? I think the idea that a lot of people have of composers in their mind is of like a brooding creative type, struck by inspiration, feverishly writing into the middle of the night on something that will change the world. And I think most composers will tell you that this is not how it goes in practice, and just the same as most of them are hopefully not so egomaniacal enough to think that their latest art song is going to be completely earth-shattering. I think, on the contrary, that the most successful composers understand what moved them in music, and they know what they like, and they write what they would most like to hear themselves. They hope that they can encapsulate what they appreciate most in music well enough that their audience can share in this moment with them, and it's about bringing them some of the joy that they've been able to experience through music, make it their own, and show it to others, but really tell them more than show them. I think it really is sort of a mutual experience. So for these reasons, I don't find it that strange that I write in Baroque style, which, believe it or not, is happening more and more these days. This music, Baroque music, that is, in all of its stylistic variety, its prioritization of simultaneous melodies, its very careful constructions that are rhetorical, and its heavy basis in classical rhetoric, and has completely enchanted me and brought me so much joy. Specifically, the music of J.S. Bach and Francois Couperin have affected me very deeply, and I think it's just a fine use of a lifetime to try and figure out how exactly they were able to compose so effectively, and perhaps even try to marry their very different approaches, which to me is sort of Bach's very thorough, self-referential, developmental approach, and Couperin's more melody-centric, sort of poetic constructions. It's almost like a wedding cake versus a case of Belgian chocolates or something. Not really comparable, and require different amounts of extremely refined skill, or rather similar amounts of very different, very refined skills. So this violin sonata is one of many in a long list of experiments to this end, to try to combine these things that I adore in the music of Bach and Couperin, and of course other places. I also wanted to be a little bit playful with this dichotomy in these early Baroque violin sonatas, which is there are continuo sonatas and there are obbligato sonatas. And the former continuo sonatas are where the harpsichord player is reading essentially a lead sheet. So they just get one part, and there's some numbers over their line, and that sort of tells them which harmonies to play. But they can do it in any number of ways, and the way that they realize this is very much up to them. And so there's a huge improvisational component in any continuo realization, and of course, therefore, in these continuo sonatas. Obbligato sonatas, the harpsichord part is written out in both hands. So this violin sonata is actually a bit of both, and there are plenty of parts where the right hand is written out, and plenty of parts where there's just some numbers over a bass line, and so it's up to the cleverness and good taste and skill of your harpsichord player to stitch these things together and make everything make sense. I just want to say thanks one more time to Elisa and to Parashas Baroque for giving me the opportunity of having this piece performed, and I really do truly hope that you enjoy it. Thank you so much.